Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Inside Line Racing League. Here we are again. Yeah, sorry, I was just finishing getting set up here. We are starting quali. Taking a look at Chris Cap today. We are in China this week for round 9 of 10. So just this and one other race to go. I'm Ivor Zim, your commentator today. Unfortunately, I'm not joined by anyone. So it's just you and me, and you know we're gonna be here. We're gonna be watching the race, gonna see some action, some pretty exciting things that can happen today because there are 2 races left and our top 2 contenders are pretty close. Let it rain. Yeah, dude, tracks are harder on the rain, and qualifying is never easy, especially if you've only been practicing in dry weather. Alrighty, so change this up a little bit. Look at the best times. All right, we're gonna go with that setup. I like that setup. That'll be good. That'll be good for now. Yeah, this track is already difficult without the rain. Yeah, I mean, it looks tough because, you know, to me it seems like it's a pretty fast track. I haven't raced on this before. After your guys' race today though, I'm gonna hop in there and take a look. Looks like Chris Craft is just starting his first qualifying lap. Take a look and see how he does. Yeah, no, I'm good. You know, I just couldn't make it last week. I wasn't feeling good. Wasn't COVID, shout out, because it's making a comeback here back in the States. But no, yeah, I wasn't feeling good in the week before that. I had some friends, one of their birthdays that I completely forgot about when I was figuring out when I was going to be around at the beginning of the season. So I'm glad to be back. I apologize for my absence. I'll be here this week, obviously, and next week, so you're stuck with me for the rest of the season, boys. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I missed it. I'm glad that we were able to fill in with at least commentators on, was it race 7? Race 7. So sorry about the absence last week. It was unscheduled and unintended. Alrighty, let's see who else is out on the track. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see some racing today. See what everyone can do, and it's I mean, it's unfortunately we only have we have 7 racers today, which is good. Not as many as, you know, otherwise. I hear there's a football match going on somewhere. I don't know. I don't follow any sports aside from F1 and track and field, but it's because it's an old love. Saitorin with the fastest lap. Ooh, taken away immediately by Chris Cap, 1:45.359. Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, Stinky's in the wall. Yeah, wet tracks are unforgiving. Let's see how Fallen's doing, right in sector 2 right now. Heading toward the end of his lap. Ooh, and we have a spin out. Revan's in the wall. Ooh, this rain is unforgiving for everyone out here today. Broken looks like he's having a pretty decent run here. Alright, moving into second, 1:45.927 for Broken, starting his next attempt here. So there are 2 DRS zones to my knowledge. Ooh, there was a pole. Ooh, there was a pole. Ooh, see that? I didn't even know there was a pole. I didn't set that. Apparently we have a mod today on Twitch. Thank you. I'm just here. I just have 2 like 80s looking Joy-Cons in front of me to control the stream and the everything else. Woo woo. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. I'd be lost. I'm already lost. But you know, that's fine. Because I know we're in China this week and we're running it. Broken hypocrite. So Broken, I know, is very fast on this track, and clearly he's got the car under control on his intermediates. I'm gonna say intermediates, yeah, because I in the green. Yeah, we're gonna go with intermediates. Holding it down, getting in some lap times, and it looks like he's just warming up. Casper with a 1:45.036 for the new fastest lap time. He's coming in. This looks like it's going to be a pretty good time here. Ooh, hold it together. Coming in, headed towards that finish line. Let's see what kind of time he's going to come out with. 1:44.964. He's going to take it. Alrighty. Let's see who hasn't qualified yet. Let's take a look and see how Fallen's doing here. Stinky with a 2:23.188. Ooh, rain is unforgiving today. Bobbing and weaving. Ooh, hold on to it. Alrighty, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have a fact sheet for China this week, unfortunately, so I don't have a bunch of interesting facts to share with you. I'm sure I could try to find some real quick. See, let's take a look and see what the old Google has to say. Maybe I can do a little bit of research here. Let's see how Revan's doing. Revan is always a fast racer. And so Revan is currently in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the driver standings, shall we? Just take a look at that real quick. Because Revan is in the lead currently, 131, Broken trailing by 111. So these last two races could be pretty interesting for them. To see, you know, how things shake out and who does what coming into the end of our season. Because again, we only have 2 races left. So, well, I'm not going to hypothesize and say what might or might not happen, but we'll see. We'll see what happens today, and we'll go from there as there's 1 race left. Because who knows? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We'll see. I don't know. All right, Broken's going into the pits. Let's take a look. See how Seichorin's doing. Yeah, do that. Take a look. Propagander. Chinese Grand Prix. All right. Ooh, everyone's going to the pits. All right. Let's see who's doing. Colin's off track a little bit. Stinky, how you doing? Sector 2. All right. We're gonna watch Stinky for a moment. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have some news. China is apparently 3.387 miles long, or 5.41 kilometers. All right. What's the average speed? I want to know that. I always like to know that. Do I have it? Do I have that available? Ooh, I'm making promises about facts that I don't have in front of me. Ooh, no, the intermediate circuit, which is used from 2004 to present, is 4.6 kilometers. The length in miles is 2.858. Ooh, there we go. I like it. That's enough of that. Alright, so let's see how Stinky's doing. Looks like the rain's cleared up a little bit. Not quite as wet on the track out there as we're trying to qualify. 7 minutes left. Already got some times. It's a 6 out of the 7 racers. Revan is the only one to not qualify so far. Stinky moving up. 1:51 at 990. Alrighty. I think it'll be a good race today. I think it'll be good. I got good feelings about this. The weather out here is beautiful. It's been stupid hot in California lately, but it's a good day. It's a good day here, and the universe is gonna be happy with this race today. It'll be great. I'm hoping next week we should have at least one other commentator here, and then I can give you guys some banter, because I can't banter with myself. I mean, I know it might sound like I can, but I really can't. But it'll be good, because so we'll see how everyone does today. I think this will be, oh, how many? I don't even know how many laps it's gonna be. Anyone know how many laps it's gonna be? I'm very lost today. Going through the first turn. So that first turn, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it's gonna be pretty difficult on every single stage of the race. Because if you're coming out, when you're coming right out from the start, you're gonna try to get a good race start, run out there as fast as you can, and then things will get a little dicey. Chris Calf 144, 588. I want to say it's 28. All right, 28. We're going with 28. We're gonna commit to that. Ravensera coming into sector 2. Been pretty clean so far. I think the virtual track conditions here have cleared up a little bit, or maybe not. There's got rain on the camera lens again, or we're just getting a little more comfortable. But that would be interesting to see if Revan starts from the back of the pack today, to see how that shakes out. Since there aren't as many racers on the track, though, it would be less to have to fight through as the race goes on. A little bit more room on the track, a little more cars to have to try to get past. Let's see, it'll be interesting. Since it is such a smaller group, we might even have, since there are so few racers, everyone's spread out just a little bit more, and everyone's just gonna fall into their own rhythm and their own track times. All right, Revan's coming around here. I think we're gonna get in a good qualifying time here. In the straight, and Revan with a new fastest time, 1:43.835. All right, now everyone has a qualifying, so still have quite a few minutes left, but got Revan, Chris, Broken, and Casper for our first 4, and a pretty decent, not 2 in that front little bunch there. It's a pretty close time, so a couple more laps in. Might be seeing that shake up. All right, Chris is going into the pits. Let's see how Broken's doing, because I do believe he is quite fast on this track, even though we know in general he's just a fast racer. Ooh, little wobble there. Here we have him across the line, taking the fastest lap time away from Revan, 1:42.893. What an effort, and look at that purple all around on that little mini map down there, getting it in. Alrighty, someone's been practicing. Someone's been practicing. Okay. See if Revan's got a response to that. See if we someone practiced. Yep. Someone put in their laps. Let's see if Revan's got a response to that. Little tight there on that turn, going over the inside curb. Ooh, is that the pits? Going to the pits. All right. Alrighty. I wonder if he's gonna maybe swap out to some other tires. We do have 3 minutes left, so it is very possible. Swap out to some different tires. I think he can do that. I'm not. That's a rules question, and I'm very shaky on those in F1 rules. Broken still out here. Broken still putting in lap times. Let's see if he's got anything else, and then we'll take a look and see who else has got some times in, as we're wrapping it up here, heading into our race. Coming into sector 3, nice little straightaway here, laying it down, throwing on the DRS, and we are away. Get those couple extra kphs in there. Nice sharp turn, gliding it through, laying it down. Is he going to improve that best lap time? Not quite. Okay. Alrighty. 142, that was fast. Alright, let's see how some of our other racers are doing. Casper here just finishing up. Sector 3, 3 laps on his intermediate so far. Is anyone going to change to dry tires? See, that's what I want to know too, because I was thinking about that. It looks like the track conditions have cleared up a bit. That would, I mean, that would make everyone a bit faster for sure. Without question. Is that an outlap? Is he on an outlap? Hard enough to stay on a dry track, let alone on a wet track in the wrong tires. So there's one reason to be cautious. I think, I mean, obviously I'm not in a chair, I'm not feeling it, but it looks clear to me. I think it's a reasonable jump. If someone does it, I wouldn't be surprised. See how Turin's doing. Sector 2 got a good bit left. See how he shakes out. 1 minute left of qualifying, so we're almost wrapping it up here. So a couple races still out there trying to improve their qualifying time. Broken. Ah, man, that's the fastest lap. All right, was a fast lap. That fastest lap. See how he does today. This should be an exciting race. I'm hoping next week we have a full lineup. I want to say there's 16 potential racers, assuming everyone shows up on a given day, that we would have on track going down. And so, oh, getting on that grass and losing it a little bit. Gotta be careful, especially when you're going through turns like that. You get too far off track, you will lose it from under you, and I know that from experience. Another off track. I'm just finding everyone that is having a little bit of a tough time here. Let's see how Revan's doing. He's just starting out, our number 2. I wonder if he's gonna try to take away that pole position from Broken here. Ooh, the spin out. He switched to mediums, it looks like, and yellows. Yeah, he is off track. Rough. Alrighty, so it looks like Broken has retired, I want to say, but he does have the best lap time so far. Chris Keff, number 3, he is done. Casper here, I think, will have his one last attempt to get in an improved lap time. We'll see how he does. I love this track on keyboard with flashbacks. This track looks like it would be tough on a keyboard. Alright, Casper's coming through sector 2. Wasn't. It was easy? Alright. Alright. That sounds like it'd be tough to me. Anytime I've tried to race on F1 and I've not been with a wheel and pedals, I just have the hardest time. I can't do it without like all the assists and just a lot of help to try and get through it. Alright, looks like Casper is out right now. We'll see if Stinky's got anything else, anything left in the tanks of finishing it up. In F1 2019, I had 10,000 plus flashbacks. That's just a couple, making sure you get in and get those turns right. Oh man. Yeah, nah, it's what is it, Forza? I want to say. I always run it back. Is this qualifying? Yes, this is qualifying. We are just finishing it up. We got a minute and a little over a minute left of it. And once that wraps up, we are going to be starting our race. Going to be getting into it. Second to last race of the season. Get everyone in. Everyone that we can get in, get in. All right, let's take one more look at that driver standings here as we're transitioning into the to the start of the race. So in terms of driver standings, game is downloading. Ooh, it's brutal. We got Revan, Broken, Chris Keff, Pseudo, and Dark Knight. Dark Knight, who is not here today. Pseudo is also not in attendance. Stinky's here. Ooh, that'll change things up for our Constructors Championship too. Who do we got here? We got one Ferrari, two McLarens. All right, two McLarens. 160 versus 149 there. Those points could shake things up. All right. All right, that'll be good. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see how this shakes it up. Aurora, I don't have much storage. I can only have one big game download at one time, maybe two, so I have to switch back and forth. Oof, that's rough. Up would have had pull. It's dude, some of these tracks are tough. I'm excited to hop on later today and see what it's all about. Because I'm just looking forward to I got a setup on the way. Gonna be able to waste so much of my life just in a sim, just laying it down. Comes down to one corner sometimes, and ooh, it can be tough out there. Alrighty, we are waiting for some players. Honestly, storage management on PC can be so frustrating. I've had that before. Oh, on my PS4, it's the worst though. There's nothing on there. Love Elden Ring. But oh, what a game. What a game. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about F1 2021 today. Where are we next week? We are in Brazil next week for our championship race, last race of the season. And we're going to see who is going to come out on top. I love switching between these things. This is great. This is great. I got it. Guys, they hooked me up with a new setup. It's exciting. It's exciting. I got all the buttons. Everything's laid out. Hotkeys. Hotkeys. Alrighty, we got a formation lap. Then we are off. Broken Hypocrite, it looks like, is leading. And we got Revan, Chris Kev, Casper, Fallen, Saitorin, and Stinky for an exciting race today. 28 laps. Let's see, starting on what? Looks like we got some hards for Broken. Nice. What's up? Welcome. Bert Mac, Lynn, FBLV. I'm gonna pull this over so I can see what's going on. It looks damp. It does look damp. I don't know what the settings were today for the track. Ooh, predicted pit strategy. Broken looks like he's on hards though. We have a couple hards out there. See if I can see what it is. Okay, so Broken's on hards, Revan's on hards, Chris is on softs, Casper's on softs, Fallen's on hards, softs, and hards. Okay, different approaches today. We have some different approaches from our racers already. I am gonna hop into here and we're gonna mix this up a little bit. We're gonna add that, we're gonna add that, add lap data. We're gonna do, yep, we want the full track map. Is that all we want? Interval, yeah, we want the interval. There's the tires. Should have done that from the get-go. See it for everyone already. So I'm gonna do position change here. We'll leave that as the setup. Swap over to the camera type real quick. Ooh. That's not what you're looking for in information lap. Swap over to here. That should be lasting about 8-ish laps. Hard's probably 20-ish. All right. We're gonna see some overcuts. The biggest shock when the AI took over. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, just about to start the second to last race of the season here in China, and I am excited. Let's see what these racers got. And lights away, we are off. Everyone to a decent start. Broken already trying to pull away here into that first turn. Have some moves trying to be made. Hop in and see how Casper's doing real quick as we have our lineup, and these racers are settling in a little bit and getting off a clean first corner as we're heading away. Broken already with some pace that he's finding. So it looks like him and Revan are going to be playing the long game today. Both of them are on hards and staying out there as long as they can. And I'm going to assume that they're both going to probably try to swap to softs towards the end there and just lay it down and see if they can't get fastest lap from one or the other, depending on how it goes. I'm going to hop up there to our two current season leaders, see how they're doing today. Broken already looking like he's extending that gap though, because it was at 0.5 and it's already creeping out to about 0.8. I want to see how these guys settle in here as these first couple laps. So since they're both on hards, they're going to be trying to work those tires in now, right? Yeah. They're going to be trying to warm those tires up, get them happy. So they're not going to have as much speed initially as our boys with the softs. I'm going to go down one because it looks like Chris Cup is right there with him. So Chris is on softs, so he's going to have a little bit more pace, I think, from the start here. See how he does. See these first lap times, see everyone's shaking out. So Broken hit 137.920. So those intermediates were really just holding him back. I want to know, can we get lap time on this? Is that one of those? No, it's not. We go over to position change. We're gonna keep that there. I'm gonna leave that for now. All right, Revan. Oh man, I was looking away. Revan had to have gone off track. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. And he drops down to 6th. All right. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna shake things up. So Revan now in the back on hards. They're gonna have to find his way to get back towards the front. Okay. Okay, this will be interesting. This is going to shake things up. So then Broken is now going to be contending. Oh, he must have lost his front wing too, I bet. No, it's still there. Okay. It's front wing damage though from the looks of things. Yeah, okay, okay. Glad it's not just me that sees that. But he's going to be trying, he's going to be back here with Stinky trying to pass him, and then I'm assuming just work, yeah, he's just going to have to work his way up in the track, but he's probably going to pit here if he does have damage. Oof. Okay. Yeah, ooh. It looks like that damage might be slowing him down a bit here. Not too much. Broken Hypocrite, new fastest lap time, 1:35.341. Is he gonna just be finding his pace and just going for it today? Because he might just be trying to run away with it. Looks like he doesn't have quite the grip and handling that he wants there, Revan, as he's trying to get through. Ooh. Into the pits. Yep. Okay, he's gonna swap out, try to get some new ooh, okay, okay. Probably gonna swap out that front wing and repair that damage that he took. Saturn also had to have been mixed into it. Oh, slowing down. Yep, so he's going into the pits too. Alright, so he's swapping out front wing. He's swapping out front wing onto mediums and onto mediums for both of them. Okay. Okay, and they're off. So ooh, we'll see how long they get that. So they're trying to up the pace a little bit, recover some of that time that they lost, and then get after it. All right, let's take a look and see how our race lead is doing, who is widening the gap, trying to widen the gap here on Chris Caff as they're going in. So 3 laps in already, and there's some excitement. So Revan now has a 29. Let's, we're gonna swap over. I want to know leader distance. Okay. All right, so Revan and Saturn are 50-ish seconds back from the start. That's a lot of time to make up. That's a lot of time to make up. There's fastest lap. I knew it was on here. Alrighty. Ooh, okay, so Broken is 1 second faster on his fastest lap than Chris. Him and Casper though are pretty close. Alrighty, we're gonna swap this over to our interval. We're gonna put that away real quick. Let's see how Broken settle in, and Chris needs to pull something like 8 to 10 second gap to have a chance for P1. Yeah. I think assuming no mistakes, Broken we might see him run away with things a little bit, because he's not gonna have to pit for a hot minute. Saturn with a penalty here. Already adding to it. Trying to find that time, trying to go for it, trying to push things to move up. Hard to stay on track there a little bit. Alrighty. All right, so we spread out a little bit. Revan, I'm thinking the same thing. New tires, not as much control. Let's see how they're doing as they're trying to push it. Yellow flag, that's brought to you by BS Talk with Harvey. And Cam found on a new platform, podcast. Haha, yep. Okay. All right, where do we want to go? Who do we want to see? Because we're spreading out a little bit. So let's go to Chris Keff, our 1 and 2 here, and see how these guys can shake out as our leaders going forward. Okay. Okay. Chris Keff managing to stay with him. That lead's not extending too much, but he's not really making any ground. Who do I think will get P3? I don't know who I think. I mean, it could go any way right now if Casper holds that lead. I mean, you could see that. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of race left. There's a lot of race left. A lot of things can happen. But I want to know, because I want to see how Revan does, because he's already closing in that gap and coming after Stinky. He's just going to keep trying to chip away as he makes his way up the leaderboard here. Okay, let's take a look at our race leader and see how he's doing as he's settling in. 5 laps in on his hards. His hards are going to be warmed up by now, so he's got the grip and they're going to have speed for quite a few laps. Obviously not as much as our softs, but not affecting him so far. Zitoran with a penalty. Ooh. Alright. Zitoran DNF'd. Okay. He's out. He had a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now he's out of the race. Alright, and then there were 6. And then there were 6. Okay. How the turntables turned. Shout out to The Office. Gotta love Michael Scott. Alright, Broken's coming into sector 1. Kriskeff's sticking with him, still with that 2.3 second gap here, so he's been staying around that, but it looks like that might be expanding here just a little bit. Revan, though, is coming down after Stinky, so as he's chipping away on that interval, I think we're going to watch here to see how he does moving his way up the leaderboard here. He's got a bit of a journey to go. Let's take one more look and see what that gap is to the leader. 47 seconds. He's going to have a lot of time to make up, but he does have medium, so he does have the faster tires. We'll see how long they last him. Alrighty. Alright, let's settle in here. I think this is where we're going to see some excitement as he's making his way up the leaderboard. Man, what a comeback story that would be. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm excited to see. Little slip-ups in the beginning doesn't mean the race is over necessarily. You just got to stick with it, find that groove, and get into it. And just go after it. Because what was it? Was it a 20-second gap maybe between him and Stinky? Is already down to 3 seconds. So he's got pace. He's got pace. And we've seen all season long, I mean, he's our race leader. He's got the speed and he's got the consistency when it matters. Coming into the turn, winding it down. I mean, I'm no expert, but it looks like a pretty decent racing line we got here. I think we found our groove. Now down to a 1.5 second lead using some ERS here. Get a little bit more speed. Once he gets that gap down to 1 second, he'll have DRS on his hands. And we might just see him catapult his way even further up the listings. Even further up the standings. Chris Keff, that gap up at the front now is up to 3.2 seconds, so it looks like Broken's kind of running away a little bit there. He's settling in. We got DRS and ERS. He's trying to gain that pace on Stinky here on the straight. Coming into the first turn. Ooh, ooh. Oh, and he's coming in hot, going on around the outside. Hop back one. Him and Stinky vying for position there. And we have Stinky spun out. Oh no. That was tight. That was close. Ooh. All right. Well, I don't know if there was contact there. I didn't quite see it, but that was some exciting racing. I wonder what happened there. We'll have to see it on the replay. All right, and Revan is going to be hunting down Fallen now. 17-second gap. Stinky in the back now. He's going to have to try and find that pace. Get after it too. I think this kind of feels like a track where it might come down to just one of these turns, because some of them are real tight after some, like that last turn after sector 3 coming into the finish, or I guess second to last, that hairpin got some speed there. One minor slip up there, be done for. All right, so Revan already recovering some positions, and we can see here, I think we can see that gap is decreasing. And up at the front we have Broken even more, going into 5 seconds on his lead on our number 2 Chris. Okay, we're settling in. Good luck, boys. Thank you. Good old Inside Line Racing League in the chat. There's already been some excitement. Our race leader Revan had a little bit of an incident. Fell back quite a distance, but now I'm hoping we already see him making moves, and we already see him trying to bring down those intervals, because he's got the consistency for this to make a recovery from that really early mishap he had. I'm excited to see. We got what, 20 laps left. See where he ends up, but this could shake things out. This could have a pretty decent impact on standings, assuming Broken keeps that number 1 position, because he's already again widening that gap even further up to 6.4 seconds now. Revan's gonna have quite the mountain to climb here as he tries to recover, because those could give Broken the edge on points. I mean, I think we'll have to look at the driver's standings towards the end, but that could give him quite the edge that he needs coming into our last race, and it could just all come down to how everything shakes out in Brazil between our number 1 and 2, Broken and Revan. Revan already down to 12-second gap. Don't forget that Revan only has to score 7 or more points than Broken to win today. Yep, that's true. That is true. Good points. Making good points there. Making good points. Is it just Broken on hards still have the fastest lap? Because that's 1 point. Let's go. Yep, Broken's still got the fastest lap on hards. Revan's on medium, so that might be 1 point Broken's favor already. Looking real tough, yeah. And this looks like an unforgiving track. Is Broken, I think, is just running away with it a little bit. Already at an 8-second gap between him and Chris. Chris and Casper look like they're staying relatively about the same speed there. That 6-second gap isn't really changing. Okay, we're gonna hop up and see how our race leader is doing. Chris in the pits. All right, Chris is swapping out already. 10 laps in on those softs, so he's gonna want to make the switch. We have Casper staying out a little bit longer. All right, we're gonna hop over. I want to see tires real quick. We're gonna do that. Okay. There you have it. That overcut strategy, Broken's already paying off. I think he's gonna stay out there as long as he can. Maybe with, I don't know how many laps left. We'll see. I think he's just gonna wait until he has a comfortable enough gap to pit, swap to softs, and then go from there. Revan continuing to close up that gap down to 8 seconds now. We're gonna be keeping an eye on that so that we can see when he tries to finally make that move on Fallen. Yeah. Yep, that's a long stint. Broken is fast on this track. We think he put in some practice laps coming into this race. Because I know he wants to get that dub when it comes to the entire championship season. He wants to walk away as the victor. And it just comes down to this in one more race. So you gotta be on it once race day comes. Casper should be, yeah, because he's 9 laps in on those softs, so he might be losing some of that grip that he had there pretty comfortably for a while. Up, yep. Speak of the devil, and there he is pitting. So he must have felt that he lost enough of that. He's going to swap out. So that's going to even extend the lead for Broken in terms of being in number 1. Ever since Japan, Broken, it seems, has been doing a lot of practice, it seems. I would agree. I would agree. It seems like he's really decided 31 seconds with only 11 laps in between our number 2 and our number 1, Broken and Chris. Yeah, I think a little bit of practice might be an understatement. So, okay, I'm going to hop down to Fallen here because he is pretty close with Casper as they're running away here. Let's see. Like, what do we like to see? What do we like to watch? Where the racing's at. And Broken, I think, is pretty comfortable with where he's at now. So I think we're going to find these little pockets. Revan coming up 3.5 seconds on Fallen here. So we're going to have a little bit of racing in the middle of the pack in just a minute here. Is the Revan incident self-inflicted? I think it was. But I was distracted by something else, as I think is apparently what my gift is as a commentator, is I miss the exciting things every single time. we were I think our camera was on something else and I was trying to swap out settings and I kind of missed it. Got to gas too quickly. Alrighty, thank you. See, this is why we love having someone else to have eyes. Fallen Angel off track, losing it. And then we have Revan continuing on. All right, so we had to have had some front wing damage there. He's going to get back on the track and he's going to go for it. That'll change things up for him a little bit, but it clears the path for Revan. And he's got that, what, 3-second gap between him and Casper, and he's going to try and get him down. So all 3 of those boys are on mediums right now. They are settling in. So we have our number 1, 5, and 6 on hards, all settling into their laps. All settling into their hards, I should say. 10 laps on. And some fresh mediums for 2 and 3, Chris and Casper. So it looks like Revan might have a 2-stop strategy here then, since he had to pit early to fix that damage that he had. But he's got a penalty. Let's see what that penalty is. No, that's not this one, it's this one. There we go. Penalties, 3 seconds for Casper and Revan. Alright. Now we know. Was it 60%, I think? Alrighty, Fallen is in the pits, so Stinky's gonna move up position. Let's do position change. I like position change. It's good to see how everyone is able to perform on the day. Alrighty, so Revan, I think, is going to be our man to watch right now. I'm going to wait until that gets down to a little bit closer rig up, and I want to watch our race leader, because he's been doing something right. 31 seconds between him and the number 2 is just insane to me, with only 13 laps in. Just a little broadcaster's use. The hards didn't work well in the T2 race earlier, so maybe that'll allow Revan to cut the gap to Broken in this race. That is a good insight. All right. We'll see. That'll be interesting. That would be interesting, though. Because, I mean, I'm assuming Broken's strategy is to stay out on hards as long as he can, keep those as happy as he can, and then just go from there. Go from there being swapping out to softs, laying it down, trying to probably extend that fastest lap. Looks like Broken has a purple sector there. Broken is going to score a lot more points than Revan. Is exactly what he needs in the championship, though. Yep. Cards are great here because of the high tire degradation. Okay, more great facts. I love it. Better insights than I can give. Yeah, he's probably going to do a hard medium. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know. I haven't raced on this track today. Well, ever actually, but we're going to fix that today. That's what we're saying. Alrighty, let's take a look down at Stinky right there with Fallen. Half a second gap. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna try to make a little bit of a move if he can. If he can't move up in positions, because for McLaren, we do have constructors points to think about here, because Revan is the only Ferrari here, and I think Ferrari is currently in the lead for constructors. I think he'll go on softs for the fastest time. Yeah, I think he's gonna go on softs too, but he already has the fastest lap on hards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Broken's got fastest lap on hards. So he might not, I don't know. He's probably gonna swap out the softs and just see if he can just set a new lap record. Just the fastest lap. All right, Stinky looks like he's losing that just a little bit on that gap between him and Fallen. Yeah, we do know he likes his fastest lap times. All right, I think I'm gonna move back up to Revan, because I think he's gonna be trying to find that pace here soon. Get Casper. I'm moving away too soon from Stinky. I think I'm moving away too soon from Stinky. I want to take a look. We're gonna stay there for a minute. Constructors are separated by 11 points in favor of Ferrari right now. Yes. We only have one Ferrari on the track today. We have two McLarens. So that'll be. I'm not sure what the points would be for 1 through 6 here today, but we'll see. We'll see when it shakes out. It'll be good. We're gonna go stop. So let's stop each. Tires. I like tires. Separate. Fallen off track, coming back on. Stinky's gonna make his move around. And there it is again. We looked away for a minute. So Stinky is 1 minute behind Revan, for number 4 right now, with a 2.5-ish second gap between him and Casper. Broken still with a comfortable 32-second gap between him and the number 2. 14 laps on those hards. And it looks like Revan has used up all of his ERS, so he's going to try and recover some of that, so that once he does get close enough for Casper, he can probably double down, I'm assuming, on the ERS, DRS, and just blast off. Stinky needs to come up big today. Yeah. And I mean, it could just come down to consistency if, you know, something else happens on track, and then he's able to move up a bit more. This Fox Ferrari driver is pretty fast and won't help McLaren if he comes next week. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. It's a very valid point. This isn't the last race of the season. It is the second to last race of the season. So I'm kind of excited though. I think it's all, honestly, it's all going to come down to Brazil. And there it is. Fallen has made the move on Stinky, passing him up. So I think, let's see here. No, because Stinky's also will have been on 15 laps on these hards as well. I wonder how he might shake things out. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Fallen's on mediums and he's pretty comfortable there. 1 lap on those. 14 laps on the hards for Stinky. I don't know. We need to see some results today from McLaren. They want to be able to take that Constructors Championship away. All right, and Stinky takes it back from Fallen. Fallen a little off track there, lost a little bit of speed. I think we might just be seeing a little bit of back and forth between these two here in the back of the pack. We are going to be keeping an eye on Revan though, because he is now to 1.8 seconds between him and Casper as he continues his march up the leaderboard. Fallen is right there. He will be in distance for DRS and making a move once that comes up. As long as he keeps this gap. Right there with him as he's falling around the corners, heading into the last straight here. And I think he's going to try to make a move. There's that ERS trying to get some speed. There's our DRS zone. Gonna engage. And there it is, Broken with a new fastest lap time on 16 lap old hards, 134.913. That's not something I was expecting to see there. All right, and Fallen is in front of Stinky. He made the pass. All right, race control, Fallen with a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, and then he's off the track. Everything he just made up is gone. All of that effort. Okay. This is an interesting race. This is shaking out to be an interesting race. Difficult to keeping it on track. Okay, and Broken's flying. Yes. A lot of things are happening on the track in completely opposite ends. In the front, we have Broken just continuing to lay it down, and in the back, we have Stinky and Fallen, who were fighting for a position for a little while there. And yeah, I'm thinking hard softs, because I think he's just going to lay it down and see what kind of time he can get. So we have Revan here eyeing down Casper, 1.5 seconds between them ish. And he's going to be, it looks like he's 13% ERS. So, he's using it. He's using it every chance he can. Chance he needs to. So we'll see how much farther Revan can continue to march up today. So we have, what, 11 laps left? Plenty of racing. All right, we're coming in. I don't know if he'll be in that DRS zone by the time we get there. I think so, because he's going to use his DRS here. Trying to close that gap up so he can get DRS. Not quite enough, though. So I think he's going to be trying to make the move on that next. He just needs to shave down just a little bit more time, and then he's gonna have that speed, that little extra speed he needs to make that move. Keep climbing up. Didn't quite get that DRS there, it looks like, but he is sub 1 now on that distance between him and Casper. Just trying to have a battle. Yeah, it's always the worst. Okay, but hey, swapping out to softs and see what can happen. The race is not over yet. Battles are always fun, but sometimes, man, they're tough. And it's just always hard to stay consistent every time you're going around. And I mean, I'm one to talk here as a commentator. I don't do this consistently in terms of racing. Or to it though. But it is a challenge. All right, we are sub 1 here with Revan and Casper, heading almost, not quite, but almost towards that next DRS zone. Assuming he can keep this gap, I think he's going to be able to make his move on Casper and move up, and then he's going to be hunting down Chris Caff, which is almost a 40-second gap. Sorry, no, almost a 10-second gap. There we go. We found it. All right, ERS is engaged, going after it, laying it down. And he is finding that speed. Casper, trying to be wide, it looks like. Don't think he wants Revan to move up. Going to be a Brazil decider. I think it is going to be a Brazil decider too. I think it's going to come down to the last race of the season. Because Broken is already 38 seconds, and he seems comfortable. He seems comfortable with where he's at. Revan here trying to make a move again, finding that speed. A classic Brazil finish. Right there with Casper, giving him no breathing room. Alright, so and now we're at 39 seconds between Chris and Broken. He is running away with it. Okay, so he's 20 laps on those hards. I think he's going to start thinking about swapping out here soon. But I'm gonna guess, with how comfortable he is right now and the fact that that gap is continuing to widen, that he's gonna wait a couple more. Because I mean, he's got the space to pit and not lose any positions. Evan trying to take the inside, not quite enough speed there to make room, I should say, to make it past Casper. Some practice at Interlagos, some Broken's future. I think I think he just lives in his sim rig. He just sleeps there. All right, Casper and Revan passing up Stinky, who has now lapped. Revan trying to make the move on the inside, not quite enough. Casper is there, staying in front of him, wide as the track as he can be. But they're right there together. Broken now extending that lead to 40 seconds in front of the number 2. I want to hop up there. Ooh, a little bit of contact there from Revan. It's like some late braking. As he's trying to just stay right with Casper so that when the time comes, he can just make his move and go on by. Revan on these, so they're 16 lap mediums. That might be losing a little bit of traction there. It's possible. Possible. But giving him no breathing room, just staying right on him. Okay, okay. Jeez, Broken extending it to 42 seconds already. He found his groove. Okay, we're gonna keep a close. I don't want to switch. I'm not sure where to be. What happened to Chris? The gap got really big. I think either Chris slipped up a little bit or Broken just kept running with it, because there is only like 2 seconds. So I think Chris lost about 3 seconds there because Casper has moved up about 3 seconds as well. In terms of what exactly it is, I'm not sure. So if Casper holds Revan in this number 4 position, that could give Broken the room that he needs to get those couple extra points. Or I should say those couple extra points over what Revan might be able to get today. Hop up here and see how Broken's settling in now. We got a half a second gap there. We got to just watch him on the mini map. I want to see once they get to the DRS zone how Revan makes his move. Broken, just a comfortable drive here. 45 seconds between him and the number 2. He's running away with it today. I'm gonna hop down to Revan here as they're coming into the straight. Got DRS. Let's see if he's able to make a move. Casper has been being a little bit defensive here as a true Red Bull driver. Nice and close from Revan, staying right with him. Not enough space to make the move on him. All right, here we are, 6 laps to go. Is he gonna be able to get it here? Not quite. Casper's holding him off. Swap back over, getting that left. No. But they are right with each other, battling it out. Oh, and Stinky's in the pit. Swapping out to mediums. I wonder if something happened there or if he was just swapping out to some faster tires. Got a 11-ish, 10-ish second gap between him and Fallen. We'll see if he can't pass him up. Fallen with softs though. A lot of tire talk today. A lot of tire talk today. All right, I need to see what Broken's up to because he is just running away with this. This is insane. What, sir? 134, almost a full second faster. Not quite, but almost a full second faster on that fastest lap. I think he messed up his strategy. Very possible. All right, we're gonna swap back that over there. Actually, let's take a look at this. Ooh, Revan and Casper going back and forth. Let's hop down there. See what these guys are doing, battling it out. We're gonna ignore that for a moment. We're gonna keep it on leader. Okay. Yep, this is where the excitement is. Absolute masterclass. Yeah, yeah, that's some experience, that's some practice, and that's some talent right there. All right, Revan, I think, has made the move, and I think he has potentially secured his spot in front of Casper. Almost 3 seconds, not quite on Chris. We'll see with a bit of an open track in front of him if he can't get Chris down. Broken into the pits now. We'll see what he swaps out to. We'll see what he swaps out to. Chris is on the horizon. Chris is on the horizon. And Revan is going to tackle him next. Yeah, Casper's doing right here. Jason Revan. Yep, Unbroken swapping out to soft, so he's going to try to run away with this fastest lap and just lay it down. So hopefully he's able to get pretty comfortable with those softs pretty early on, get him warmed up, and go from there. Ooh. A little bit of lock up there, I think, for Casper. Going a little bit deep into that corner, having to recover slightly, and then go after Revan. Casper with a penalty as well. I think that was a second penalty. Yep, so Casper with 6 seconds here, trying to make a move on Revan. Round the outside, not quite enough. Revan's able to hold him off, but going again, not quite. Revan's able to hold him behind, and still with about that 2.8 seconds. So Broken still has a 27-second gap between him and our number 2, Chris. All right. We're gonna take a look and see just a couple laps here, see how our race leader is doing. Because I think he's very comfortable on this track. Keep an eye on that time with Revan, 2.5 seconds, and closing on Chris. So once we get to about 1.5 seconds, I'll hop down there and we'll see how Chris does. Casper falling back just a little bit too. All right. I think we're gonna see a fastest lap right on this one, right on this track, or on this lap, I should say. Nice racing lines, fastest sector there. Through sector 1. This is gonna be it. I'm excited to see what this time is. That's just the first one on these tires. He'll have 3 more to go. Coming up to that last lap here. So things are winding down in this race, but there's still plenty of race left to decide things. Driver of the day poll. All right. We're gonna bring that poll up for just a minute. We're gonna put it away. We'll bring that back up once just a little bit. Take a look and see who's gonna be able to take it. I have my vote. I'm gonna wait until everyone else has cast their votes, and I'll share what I think. Casper DNF'd. Oh god, Vera was distracted. Oh, every time. I'm sorry. Okay, Casper's out of the race. Abu Dhabi flashback. Yep. Yeah. All right, Revan making a move on Chris here. Revan with a 3-second time penalty though. Oh man, Revan can win it right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, man, so that's gonna shake things up for points. So he is hopping into the pits. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna swap out to softs, see if he can't retake that fastest lap. Every point is gonna be counting, but he does have that 3-second time penalty. So he's gonna have to pass up Chris and go from there. Safety car. Casper had to have gotten off track. All right, and safety car. Things are gonna tighten up, taking advantage of it. Okay. Luckily, Broken's already stopped and he's already on soft, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Just lost my rear end. Oof. I'm sorry. That was a good race. That was a fun battle to watch between you and Revan. Fallen with a drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. Righty. So I want to swap this over white hole. Okay. Good race up to that point, Casper. Agreed. Agreed. Yes. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna leave it like that. Okay. The Fallen with 3 seconds. Or 3 minutes, sorry, between him and Revan. These guys are right here. We're back, bunched up again for the last 2 laps. Okay, we've gone safe. Was 1 lap ahead of Angel. You know, it happens. You're going after it. You're pushing it. You're in a battle and you're racing. That's it's all right. It's all right. I'm excited. I'm excited to see next week. Excited to see next week because we always have next week. Okay, it's gonna come down to what happens here once the safety car goes in. 26 to 28 laps. It looks like we're back to our racing a little bit, potentially. Sounds like we're back to our racing. Okay. Pulled my hair so hard I'm bald. Man, yeah, it can be tough. It can be tough out there. Okay, let's see with 27 and 28 laps to go, or I should say our 27th and 28th lap to go, just the last 2, how this finishes up. So Revan's with the 3-second penalty, so he's gonna have to pass Chris up by at least 4 seconds. Fallen retired. Oh my goodness. Okay. And Revan made the move, passing up Chris, already hunting down Broken with a 2-second gap. Not even 1 lap in though. Brazil! Excited for Brazil. Ah, never mind. Okay. I was gonna say, it looks like he's still in it. Okay, here we are. I think Broken is gonna be able to hold off Revan, because if Revan's gonna try and take this, I should say, if Revan's gonna try to stay in that number 2 spot, he's got to get that gap between him and Chris past 3 seconds, and if he wants to pass up Broken, he's got to find another 5 seconds there. And I think that's going to be a tall order, because as we've seen from Broken, he is comfortable on this track here in China. .131.454 for Broken, a new fastest lap time as he comes in to the last lap of the track. I think I think he's gonna hold on to that, because that is a nutty time. Let's take a look here from Chris's perspective, as he's gonna try and stick with Revan so that he can maintain his number 2 spot. So assuming he has this clean last lap, we're gonna see him take it away here for that number 2 spot. Get a couple more points for himself. Comfortable finish. Do we still have driver of the day going? Is that still going? Or bring that back up here? Revan Sarah looks like has taken the dub with best driver of the day. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that because he's moved up after a pretty rough incident at the beginning of the race to now number 2. 5-second gap between him and Chris, so that penalty won't matter, assuming he maintains that across the finish line. Sorry, no, that's between him and Broken. Chris is right with him, so he won't take that number 2. My apologies there. Defo gets his paces nuts. Yeah, Broken 131, 230 across the line with the dub. Enough to secure number 1. Chris coming in at number 2 and Revan at number 3. So there you have it. Okay. So that's gonna put, that's gonna bring it down to Brazil for our number 1 spot, and that gap is tight. And Broken got that extra point for the fastest lap. I'm excited. That was a crazy race. Broken with some stupid times today, still in it for the championship. Okay. And it looks like that is our poll too. So Revan did take driver of the day today. I think that is fair. Broken did have an easy win today. That was dumb fast. And we've been seeing just performance after performance from these guys. So let's take a quick look at our driver standings here. Just a quick gander. Refresh everyone's memory as we go into this last lap. Only 9 points separate Broken and Revan now, and you know, that's it's gonna come down to Brazil, boys. It's gonna come down to the last race of the season. Let's take a quick look at the constructors. 160 for Ferrari, 149 for McLaren. Yep, McLaren lead by 10 points. So that has changed things. Thank you, Inside Line Racing League, for doing the math on the fly for me. According to the game, sorry, you just missed it. Stinky had driver of the day. Okay. Look at that. Alrighty. Given the wave there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think Revan out of way. I think that was a hell of a performance. Would have been better with second, yes, but that's okay. Will we have interviews? Can we do interviews? I'm down. I don't know how to set that up. I'm not the technical guy. I'm down for interviews. We'll keep the stream going for a little bit, and we'll come back to you in just a couple minutes. I'm not sure how we'll set that up if we do. So Broken with a 131, 230, almost 3 full seconds ahead of our next fastest. Oh, yep, the next fastest lap. Is that 2-ish? 2-ish seconds between him and Revan for fastest lap. And we're gonna call it a stream. Thank you everyone for joining us. I had an exciting time. Yeah. A lot of exciting things happening on track, and we are going to be back for Brazil next week. I'm excited.
Yep, Brazil for the championship for both.
Yep.
Both undecided.
Yep. It's gonna come down to the last one.
Last race.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for another fantastic week. We look forward to seeing you again in Brazil. Have a good one.